I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what I'm trying to make. Uh, you can hear a clip a little bit.
Go. Infectious.
I'm just scratching.
Take this.
Now for a break.
Prepare for launch in 3, 2.
Peppa, freak me, baby. Baby, baby, baby.
work with the preset shit, like the kicks in here, and just play with that, but I might just use the bass I have. Yeah, we'll just do this. All right, we gotta like cook it up a little bit. I gotta be careful with increasing the volume on shit, just because, again, OBS is fucking with the whole master, all the audio, so I gotta be careful with what I'm doing. Like I can barely hear, like, dude. the bass is lame right now. I might touch it up in a little bit. I just don't know what to do with it right now. I might can it, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so if I stack like 4 instruments on this shit, suddenly everything's muted. I mean, I dealt with this in the last video, so I guess it's no big deal. We'll get through it. It's whatever. Honestly, my mindset is let me get the beat to a, you know, functional state and I'm gonna fuck it up. But until then, we keep working at it. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Alright then. It's just not, why is it, one of these patterns must be off if it's not looping. this out. Actually, I can probably speed run it. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if any of y'all who watch this can tell me if there's a way, if I can take like plugins and it just like copy and paste from the master onto each individual track, if that's a thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, this clicking nonsense, I mean, yeah, I'm good on this, man. Not gonna lie, dude. This shit's ridiculous. But yeah, I was wondering if I should make this like educational, but I don't know. Making music is something that's kind of like to each person. I will notice, I will say this, looking at like what's on social media right now, or like Instagram or YouTube, like these beat making tutorials and shit, it's kind of like you're kind of telling people to remain in a box, make music that we've heard before, and it's like it gets celebrated, it gets popular. You know, it'll be a guy on YouTube Shorts talking about, oh my goodness, how to make a Travis Scott loop or a you know, slow R&B bass fuck, I'm blanking, but like a slow R&B bass beat. And then you click on it and it's just like, here's the loop kit you got to buy, and then put the chords in exactly this pattern, and voila, you got Travis Scott beat. But it's like, okay, cool, I have Travis Scott's music. Now what? I mean, is anyone gonna buy my shit? No, because nigga, Travis Scott got to produce already. So it's like, what are we doing here? If you're trying to do this as like hobby shit, I mean, I guess, you know, I guess maybe something for everyone. I think that you should approach anything you do, well, especially like a FL Studio Logic, any DAW, you should really break it as best as you can. Like, you're not trying to make someone else's sound, you know? All right, let me cut this off. It's gonna sound so good when I'm off of the OBS, like when I'm editing this video. I think it's gonna sound great. But for right now everything's like compressed and muted and shit. So I'm kind of, like I said in my last video, I'm like fucking deaf. head, man. That's not good. I mean, obviously, in the song we can fix that, but I'm at a point where I'm sitting here and I'm kind of thinking, for me at least, when I make music, less is more. So it's kind of like, do I want to layer shit on here? I was thinking about having, we got the reverse hats, but I could have hats on the foreground layering on top. But do I want that? Is that, I gotta keep listening. I'm going to bring the hats down a little bit because when you put a delay on that, and I might slow down the whole thing, but when you put on a delay, it gives like an atmospheric, almost like a 3D effect. You know, I'm not really trying to make a beat here like you could freestyle over anything. I mean, shit, I could freestyle over this, but it's kind of like it's a space you're inhabiting, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. It's kind of like when you're at the beach You're kind of sitting on the sand, and you see the waves coming in and shit, and you see like the sunset or sunrise, whatever. That's kind of what I get from the baby vocals, like the crashing in tide. So it's amazing. So amazing. I mean, this is quick shit. This is a lot faster, but I don't. There's no point in overproducing. There's no point because like every sound you add is kind of like fitting a new set of furniture in a house. Like, sure, dude, you could go to Lowe's, not Lowe's, IKEA, and buy out fucking everything, but your house is gonna look a mess. You know, so you gotta understand it's like every additional sound you add to the home, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't need to belong there. On paper, I could say, you know what, maybe additional hi-hats would be cool, but this isn't that. It's not, the music isn't asking for it. The sound is home. It's not asking for shit. Hold on, let's just run it back again, I guess. Okay, hypnosis. Yeah, that's locked, bro. That's locked. That shit is done. So we're gonna put this here, this here. Holy fuck. Alright. I feel like it has to hit you all at once, actually. We can't really fix the issue. Has to hit you in the head all at once. Your brain needs to process this shit like as a full sandwich. You're not gonna serve someone a burger, but the tomatoes left out, and he's talking about add the tomato later. So we ain't doing that. So what we will do is uh, I have like a de facto producer tag, but I don't. It's kind of it's kind of head ass to fucking use. So I don't know if we use that. Maybe we just add a laugh or some shit. All right. Something where it's not. I just want to create an effect where it's not jumping in your head. Let's see. Yeah, this does not work, bro. Give me this. Never gonna work.
It was a nightmare.
Trust and believe. If you guys got awkward openings in your loops or shit, trust and believe. A little bit of samples can change a lot.
I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratch. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. Just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface.
I don't think it actually jumps out at you. I think that's just OBS. The sound's not consistent. I don't know if it's really too loud, if it's really too quiet, or if it's just right. So we'll see. It's that morning high, my lord. Them shit's hit different, man. My goodness. And the coffee. And the coffee, man. Have you staring out a window seeing ghosts? Shit. You just it was crazy. I think we're done. I think we're done here, yeah. Shit, good beat.